thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that.
Shots ring out. People shout. Shots ring out. People shout.
How rich
Shots
am
ring
I?
out.
I still can hear the air shot from the trailer hitch on that semi. That's RT on that Glico. 33 in that Gen 5. My little niggas wiggin' and turn the beat to a rip rap. The shots rang out. Heading in my direction, bopping ties, my hub bringing a whole 50 guap out. We pop out at your party, free Karoo, Dooley, and Shark. Pop up and learn where I'm from, like I grew up in Marshall. Have on Preston bubble for the times, and we ain't had no thing. Spin a deuce, shit look like I'm trying to two-track the sample, spray your block and tag your whip up. These niggas know they got the stuff tape on the handle on the stick, look like a Roman candle. While they keep watching reruns, I heard this show is canceled. All the business getting stood on, every issue gonna get handled. Every pistol gonna get brandished. These niggas.
Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, the P.U.W.F is back, which is the podcast for underappreciated wrestling fans. Plug. I'm joined today by my lovely, fabulous, dangerous, and highly toxic Joe BNCO. How are you this evening, sir?
Oh, doing good. Ready to talk some shit about some wrestling.
That's why I said toxic at the end, ladies and gentlemen. And yesterday, if you didn't know and now you're in the know, D-Walk, which is NXT Time with D-Walks on Wednesdays at 9 and 9:30. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, sir.
Thank you. Now today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do this special P.U.W.F live wrestling talk, talking about subjects that's happened the last 2 weeks and setting up that you're watching, because Saturday we're going to do a live collaborations with the Kayfabe Cartel, Misfit Nation podcast, and BX Sports Jedi Network to do a first ever 3-way live watch along of WrestleMania. And we will try our best of all three of us to be there. There will be circulations and there will be substitutions, but we will watch WrestleMania to the best of our abilities, say the best of our abilities, and crap on it to the best of our abilities, depending on what happens, obviously.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts? Let's start from right to left. What was your thoughts, Joe, on wrestling as a whole this last 2 weeks?
Fantastic.
I
feel like wrestling is been firing on all cylinders, AEW included.
Yeah.
I feel like they're rising up to another level again. We're starting to see AEW start to climb back up there where they need to be. And it's taking time, but I feel like they're going to grow.
Mr. D-Walk with the smoke. What is your thoughts on the last 2 weeks of wrestling, excluding NXT? Because people got to watch that on Wednesdays.
It's been amazing.
Okay.
Wrestling is coming back to be wrestling again.
Good.
Wrestling is starting to be fun again.
Okay. No, all right, I'll give you that. Now, let's, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, I have to say this, everything right now. All the videos and clips we're going to show you have been modified and edited, so it's copyright and free use. Now, I like to call it the P.U.W.F Dimensional TV. So let's take a trip to something that I just found out on, but in a new version. Let's hear, and if I can find this real quick, there it is. Let's hear Baby Rock get angry.
You shut your mouth! Clear my ass! How did that feel? Did that feel good? What, just because the show's over, that doesn't mean that the shit stops! The ref doesn't give a fuck! Huh? You should cry! You should cry, boy! Look at that blood! Now, look at this blood! Yes! Yes! What? Show is over and then it stops? Fuck that! Your script
Now, from right to left, your thoughts and your reaction to Baby Rock attacking Cody Rhodes.
Fantastic. Beautifully done. I loved how they went after the show went off the air, and Rock was like, they were like, we're done, we're cutting, and he's like, fuck that, fuck your script. He's like, this shit ain't done. I loved it. The Rock just kind of going off as a heel has just been fantastic. He's doing some of his best work right now.
That is true. Mr. D-Walk, your thoughts?
The Rock making Roman Reigns look like a face right now. It's beautiful,
Now,
man.
why?
Like,
But why though?
just he going through the more process. He doing more shit as a heel than Roman Reigns doing. The Rock is just he doing more than talking. Like he punishing.
Okay.
Rock making Roman look like he's irrelevant.
True. And it's
And then
scary to say that. It's scary
and then-
because go on though.
No, go ahead. No.
I wanted to say, sorry about that. I wanted to say that I do like this Rock. And I've always been not been a fan of The Rock because like he's just been like a person out of time at the moment right now. But at this moment, I do like that he is going back to the 90s where like he's pushing the 90s agenda, whether you like it or not. He is going to make you think that this is back to 97 and Hogan is his competitor. And that's scary, but I like that because it's about time. You guys got a multi-billion-dollar company. Vince is gone. This isn't the PG era anymore. It still is. We're transitioning into whatever era this is. But while we're transitioning, let's have some fun. Let's beat up Cody. And it makes a good point. I bet you it was Cody that told like Triple H in the background, why don't you just beat my ass after like the cameras are off? That's what we did in AEW. And it worked for us. So why can't you guys do it? That's my thoughts. Go on, D-Walk, you were saying.
The Rock entrance that make him look like a badass fucking heel. Like that entrance he do with the lights go out and the lightning and everything, fighting boss, his picture in the background, that made The Rock look fucking heelish. That make The Rock look like Thanos.
True.
Black Adam entrance.
Black Adam, exactly. So, thinking of this, something else came out, I think last week or like a couple days ago. And again, I like this because this is kind of funny. Just going on a continuing storyline that they're just, you know what? I'll let it explain for itself.
I came here to acknowledge my family. No yeet. And if you continue with that, I'll leave.
Now, Mr. D-Walk, your thoughts on them continuing the freaking no yeet thing and The Rock giving a little smirk. Just a little itty bitty smirk. Your thoughts?
What if The Rock playing double agent when he did that smirk? What if? I mean, it's gonna be some kind of catch. What Jay Uso could go and help interfere? I mean, it's catches right there that you got to pay attention to, because if not, you gonna lose the sauce.
True. Mr. Joe Biencio, your thoughts?
I like the segment and how they're keeping the yeet no yeet.
Yeah.
Because it's building up to almost like a clan thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like different clans doing their thing. Like almost like you got your Sub-Zero and your Scorpions.
Mm-hmm.
You got your different lineages. I feel like that's what they're going with.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I respect that. All right. I wanted to clip that because it was actually pretty funny. I do like that. One of the Usos is like looking all weird, and someone made a good point. Let's delve into this. Where the fuck is the bodyguard of Roman Reigns gonna go? Because they buried him so much to be now a stereotypical bodyguard. And I know after WrestleMania it's gonna be something's changing, but do you think that they regret the storyline that they pushed him so far. I go from Joe and then down to D-Walk. Your thoughts on that?
Man, I don't know. I just feel like Solo has fallen so far from where he was in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
In NXT, he was his own person, and then when they put him with the Bloodline, he kind of just got lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to be next for Solo Sikoa. I don't know if they're going to, have him do his own thing, or if he's going to be back with Jimmy and Jay. Like, are they going to be back together?
True. And that's something after WrestleMania. Like I say, after WrestleMania, we'll see if things change, because they will change, ladies and gentlemen. They will change. But D-Walk, your thoughts.
But his biggest accomplishment was he squashed the shit out of John Cena.
Don't forget.
That 16-time world champion, he squashed the shit out of him.
Yeah, but then again, John Cena hasn't won a match. John Cena hasn't won a match in like what? How many years?
But it's John Cena, 16-time champion. That's just like, I'm gonna say this is like when Triple H put down Ric Flair. I was like, damn, like the way that's the same way Solo did John Cena, pretty much.
Yeah. But where is he going to go? That's the problem. He's going to be lost.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
I don't. And another thing we are failing to realize is Jacob Fatu and the other sibling.
Oh, I know what his name is. Oh God. He just
Tamatanga.
Tamatanga. Yeah. So those two are, that's true. Like, that's why I said after WrestleMania, we're gonna see those two. We're gonna see a separation of The Rock and Roman Reigns. We're probably gonna see the melancholy of Reigns' psyche go down from there. But I just hope after WrestleMania they push Sikoa into something else, not just give him a belt and not do anything for 4 months. Don't do that.
Busted Open spoke about this analogy. Bully Ray brought it out, and Bully Ray's got a very good mind for the business. He's got a booker mind, being under the learning tree of Paul Heyman for so long. Mm-hmm. And he said, what if Cody doesn't finish the story? And Dave LaGreca is a big Cody crybaby, so he's like, oh no, he's like, wait a minute, he's like, let me explain first. He's like, what if the old guard stop Cody from winning the championship? What if your Rock, your Cena, your Stone Cold, and your old guard stop Cody from winning? Like the Attitude Era people come out and stop Cody from winning the belt.
But this how I feel like they did this for 2 years. In that case, he won 2 Royal Rumbles for nothing. If I was Cody and that happened, I quit, because that's just like a job telling you get a promotion and then they lie like, no, we'll give it to somebody else finally after you bust your ass. If they do that, I quit watching wrestling. It defeat the purpose of everything. It defeat the purpose of him. It defeat the purpose of him being Brock Lesnar. It defeat the purpose of him being Seth Rollins 3 times. It defeat the whole purpose of where he's going.
See, now me personally, I feel like what they should do is they should bring some of the older guys back as a Avengers Assemble moment, and have Stone Cold coming out to be face to face with The Rock, and have Cena and Brock Lesnar come out to help Cody win the championship.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make a memorable moment.
But that would work. But the idea that I'm actually agreeing with D-Walk. If Cody doesn't win the belt, then why the hell did you give the rub from Brock Lesnar? Why the hell did you do all
That's
this
what I'm
crap?
saying. Have Brock Lesnar and all these guys come out to help Cody win the championship.
Yeah, that could, because if Brock, that'd be a good little tease. And if we see that in live watch along, ladies and gentlemen, we'll say it out loud. That'll be funny if Brock or anybody of The Rock and Roman have pissed off so much that they didn't expect to come back only for that reason alone. And then on Raw, he'll say the reason I came back was just to screw Roman and Rock. I'm out of here. classic Brock fashion, because he'll just suplex some guys and leave. So, all right, I'll give you that. Okay. All right.
Give Cody the rub, because remember he said he's got Cody's back now. He respects him. He's got his back.
I hope so. I truly
Remember back
hope
when
so.
he beat him the last time? He said he shook his hand and said, "He's like you're a tough son of a bitch. Like I respect you. You're the man."
Yeah. Okay. So like I said, I hope it works out. Let's pivoting from one crybaby Rock to another crybaby, Mr. CM Punk. CM Punk was on Ariel Helwani, and I don't know what they gave him in the damn water. He just started snitching.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. I've been right.
You were.
Everything I've said about this has now come to fruition, full circle to this interview, and has now come out what I've said.
Okay,
I don't think it's not Punk. It's AEW. It's Tony Khan.
And I was gonna get the clip where he talks cryptically about the whole incident that happened. And we're not gonna get into that. We all know
he couldn't talk about the one thing because of an NDA.
Exactly. So we're not gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about something else he talked about that is particularly eye-opening for me. And it's the topic of Vince McMahon. So, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 3 minutes, enjoy Punk's version of what happened and what Vince is doing. And I want to talk deep into this after this, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to watch, listen, intermission, but make sure you hit that follow and that share, because here we fucking go.
I didn't read all the allegations. I read text messages, and I went, oh, fuck this. Like, what? It's indefensible. I think the easiest thing for people to do is to kind of ignore it or avoid it. But man, it's there. And my initial first thing out of my mouth was, I'm kind of shocked at how dumb he was, like writing stuff down and leaving that paper trail. And it's horrific. I don't even know if you can make reparations or amends, but there's victims here, So like what CM Punk thinks about Vince and the CM Punk Vince relationship doesn't fucking mean anything. All that stuff takes a back seat. I'm more concerned about, like, going forward, how do those people survive after suffering all that trauma? The biggest thing I can draw a comparison to is when Chris Benoit did a murder-suicide, right? I was friends with Chris Benoit. And I don't know if it's just how I process things, but I'm famously, like, on camera weeping, saying goodbye to Chris, because at the time we didn't know, right? We didn't know he had, murdered his wife and his son. And the week prior, we're in Dothan, Alabama, and I'm traveling with him, and we're on the road. And he grabs me and runs me into the trainer's room, and he points, and his little son is in the corner, and he's taped up his hands, and he's drawn X's on his hands, So, like, coming to terms with, that's my friend, he did this horrible thing. Obviously, fuck him, fuck that. But then, I don't have memories of Chris Benoit traveling with me and murdering people at the gym.
Right. So
there was never any instances where I'd, be in a room with Vince and he's shitting on somebody or sexually assaulting somebody. It wasn't like Caligula in Rome. We just didn't see it. There's that part of me that goes, just like Benoit. Okay. I can see that. And that's the thing. It's like, I'm sure Jeffrey Dahmer's mother wasn't like, oh, I can see my boy doing that. No, like, people are shocked that their friend or mentor or whatever is responsible for doing these horrible things. But I'm just more of I guess I'm pragmatic, where I just kind of looked and I went, yeah, okay, all right, I can see that. Mm-hmm. Kind of nutty. Chris is kind of intense. He's quiet. And then you just, you build that in your head, but I mean, it's very, very hard to reconcile. I heard what Becky said, where she, because Vince is a father figure to a lot of people. Vince, I think, liked to develop the father relationship. And I think that's why he was always fascinated with me, because I was just like, fuck you, I got a dad. I don't, you're my boss. Mm-hmm. And he ruined his life, ruining other people's lives, So there's very much a part of me that's just like, all right, we got him, good. Shuffle him into the basement.
Now, that was a lot on his perspective on Vince, and I didn't know anything about Becky. That was kind of like scary too. D-Walk, your thoughts on this?
I think it's interesting. I think it's not interesting. I mean, like, I feel bad for the people it actually happened to, but it's interesting to see it's more story, it's more coming out to it. Like, whether
There
it's
is.
did you hear about this is like a year, 2 years, almost the end of it, where she sent Vince an email saying how she was happy and she appreciated it, but then they said she wrote it, but then her people trying to say Vince McMahon forced her to do it.
Love letters. There are love letters that have come out that she has written Vince.
Yeah.
That's
So,
scary. Go on,
yeah.
Joe.
So the love letters that came out are now making the whole case look really, really bad on her part. This
Okay.
whole thing might go away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vinnie Mac might be back.
Wait, no, okay. I want to delve into that. I don't think he's gonna come back. I think even if the case goes like sour and she loses, let's say if the credibility that Vince has already been, again, he's always been okay. I'll say this: this guy has been teetering on just being a supervillain for the last 40 fucking years. For all the shady shit he did, and I'll say just three names: Superfly Snuka, Owen Hart, and Bret Hart. That actually could be a work even after so many years later. But those three people alone, he screwed over, and he got away with it.
Don't forget about Mysterio allegations.
Yeah, but ever since that documentary came out about Superfly Snuka, and I was like, I can imagine Vince Jr. coming out with some money and saying, get this thing over. And it was the 80s. In the 80s, you got a lot of things away with money.
A lot of shit. You could do cocaine in front of the police.
And you got to realize too, remember there was the lawsuit with Sable against Vince in WWE.
Oh,
and she won that case.
But came back though.
She did, but she won that. But she won the case, and it was a sexual assault case against Vince.
And there's still the concussion protocol case that's still ongoing. All the people that are still going against WWE for all the things that got hit in the head, that's still ongoing.
The CTE case, yeah. Billy Jack Haynes was part of that lawsuit.
So that's what I mean. He's not coming back. There's too much crap on him right now, and if they're trying to sell the company to someone else, they can't bring back the Boogeyman, even if the Boogeyman gets exonerated.
Endeavor don't want anything to do with him.
Yeah. The things
Rock is now the board of directors, the head of the board of directors now, because of the fact that he is bipartisan.
And wouldn't it be messed up? They didn't read the contract well, and Vince McMahon got like small letters under at the bottom and everything. You gotta have damn near a 10-time magnifying glass, and he found a loophole back through WWE.
If there's anybody that could find a loophole back, it'd be him.
It'd be him or his friends that are still there, that are loyal to him like freaking Voldemort.
They left. A lot of them have left. Kevin Dunn's gone.
Left. Yeah, but there's still a couple in there, and a couple still loyalists that even before he left, they're still loyal to him. Like some that are not known. I mean, just hearing CM Punk talk about it, Like, yeah, some people don't like him, but some people are like, oh, you know, give him it. I heard a YouTube today, and I was gonna remix it on my channel. I don't know if I want to at this moment. That this guy's like, oh, you know, Adolf Hitler was just a guy who's an introvert. He was really misunderstood. I'm like, are you fucking serious? You really want to? I'll send you the link once I have it saved on my channel. But that's what I mean. Over time, people will look at Vince and say, you know what? He's just misunderstood. You know, maybe he didn't put the money in Snooker's family. Maybe he didn't, you know, be negligent for Owen Hart. Maybe, like, there's a lot of maybes that people over time will say, you know, maybe not, maybe will. But all I say is that now Vince is gone. CM Punk, like a fucking Catch Me Outside girl on Dr. Phil, is just talking shit on every show. And by the way, shout out to Catch Me Outside girl. She's suing Dr. Phil.
What?
Yeah, her and like a whole bunch of her. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna pause here for a second. The Catch Me Outside girl is suing Dr. Phil and mostly other girls that he sent to Turnabout camp. You know, those camps that are in the middle of nowhere in Ohio and like just a bum fuck town. Okay, apparently there was a lot of crazy shit happening, and Dr. Phil supposedly, allegedly knew that by sending them over there. Like, they knew that place was very negligent and kind of fucked up, but he didn't care because they had a good deal. That's what the Catch Me Outside girl is suing Dr. Phil for. Funny thing is, though, she has $150 million right now. Her net worth is over $100 million. Dr. Phil's net worth is only over Oprah's ass. So
she's a rapper, and she does rap music and stuff.
And OnlyFans.
Now,
she made $100 million off OnlyFans. I didn't even know she was a rapper. So that's a whole new thing for me. I'm talking to net worth.
She's been a rapper for a while. Her net worth has been in the millions for fucking the past like 5-10 years.
There you go. But let's divert out of the Catch Me Outside girl. All right. Let's clean the air of Vince McMahon here. All right, let's go for a little bit of AEW, if we may. Now, this Wednesday or Friday or Saturday, depending what day you look at things, crazy things happened. One thing in particular that I know Joe is ecstatic about is, I think, this.
Trent, why would you do that to Orange Cassidy, man? He's your best friend. I'm not talking to you guys. Thank you.
Hey, Trent, what the was that? That's our best friends. That's your freaking mom. What are you doing?
Now, go on, Joe. Let it out.
I've been saying it for years, and it finally happened. Somebody finally fucking listened to me, and Trent Beretta went fucking heel. Thank God.
Yeah.
The most talented one of the whole fucking group. And he's finally went heel.
What if he didn't go heel? What if he got released?
No. If he got released, WWE should sign him because he's talented.
Again? Didn't WWE have him already?
No.
Yeah, they did. They did for a little bit, for a little cup of coffee. He's like, thank you for your services. Bye. Like, that was
cup of coffee. Yeah, but now he's vetted. That's different.
Yeah.
He said he did.
He's vetted. You put him on NXT, he'll shine.
Okay, but before D-Walk goes into the tangent of insanity here.
Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, let's go back. Let's go back a few minutes before that video. Now, they lost. They were what a surprise. AEW has another tag team tournament, so they're doing another tag team tournament, and the Best Friends lost. Okay, whatever.
Again, for the Young Bucks, though.
Against the Young Bucks. Again, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that in a negative way. Just putting out the story here. The part when they were going to do that's what the people came to see. Like the part that Excalibur says all the time. You got to give the people what they want, and it was actually nice. Where at one point Trent was out of energy. Trent's mom gave him a kiss and like, but he still lost. That was pretty cool. He did the running knee to Orange Cassidy, and I've never heard the crowd in that arena boo so fast, so loud. And I do like little detail that Chuck didn't do anything. Chuck's like,
No.
what the F? And his mom's like, what the F? And he walked away. So I think
Chuck's gonna go heel.
Chuck, the mom, and Statlander are gonna go heel. And
All
Orange
of them.
Cassidy is gonna be the one out. I think so. Your thoughts on that?
Okay, I agree, and I've said this before. That should have happened a long time ago. All of them. They all should have went heel and turned on Cassidy a long time ago. Cassidy Pockets is the one fucking successful, winning championships and doing this and that. But all of his friends ain't doing shit.
Yeah, that's true. They ain't doing anything, and it's getting sad that Statlander went heel, then went face, then went tweener, then went face. Now is doing nothing. Had the belt. Now Julia Hart has it. Nothing against Julia Hart. Nothing against her at all. And now is doing anything. D-Walk, your thoughts. I'll say my thoughts in a second.
This is what I feel. Hold on. Okay, so they in a tag team match. You lose the match and you get mad and spaz out at everybody. It sounds like something wrong with him there. You lost the match and then you just flip out. It'd be different if Orange Cassidy would have lost the match and everything. Then you had a reason to, but you got in that case, you got to beat up yourself.
He lost the match, but where was his partner to save him?
No, he got his ass clean.
I'll wait.
He got his ass whooped straight, clean up.
Where was Pockets to get the save?
Or Pockets is out there. Pockets is out there fighting for his life, man. Come on.
No, but here's the part, D-Walk. I'm an adamant Pockets fan. This is a long time coming because they've been teasing this you're right. They've been teasing this shit for years. And it's bothering the crap out of me because it needed to be said. It needed to be done. And again, evil mom, I mean, like evil Chuck. And again, you can call yourself the worst enemies. Like you can just call yourself that, the best friends and the worst of enemies, or like whatever you can call it like that.
So they're
Orange
doing
Cassidy. Go on.
They're doing a Christian Cage stable now.
Why not? Why not? Like AEW right now, after the 21st, is going to be a whole new landscape of like they could do new. And again, oh God. Speaking of which, all right. No, I forgot about this. We were going to talk about this too. All right, we had some releases before we continue on the story right now. Because by the way, Orange Cassidy's done. Oh, I hate Pockets. Shout out to Kane to Destroy. I love you, boy.
Oh, yes, man. Pockets got laid out. Kane, best friends are done. Yes.
Like I said, I know that in the future. Like let's say this prediction before we continue on. Predictions: how long will Chuck and Statlander and the mom turn and become a faction? Joe.
By Dynasty.
That's like 4 days, like 3 days away. Oh no,
Dynasty's on the 21st.
Oh, sorry, 2 weeks. Okay, all right, that's fine. D-Walk?
3.5 years.
That's damn it, you smoke too much. Kane, how long will they take until they turn? I think by Dynasty. By Dynasty, I think Orange and Trent's gonna have a match, which actually I would like to see an Orange versus Trent match. And at that point, they will turn on Orange and then go from there. But they'll probably announce it. They'll probably announce it on Wednesday. At least an Orange versus Trent match.
Chuck and Sue will help. Will help Trent win. And then after they help him win, they're going to be surrounding Orange Cassidy in the ring. Yeah. And then fucking Statlander's going to come out like she's going to help protect him. And then they're all going to beat the fuck out of Orange Cassidy and beat the shit out of him.
I like that plan. Modify a little bit in this version. Chuck and Sue help Trent, but they help Orange Cassidy too because they're still friends. And they help Orange Cassidy, but then Orange Cassidy kind of cheats and wins. He cheats or does this or does the mousetrap, which everyone that is a roll up that you cannot get out of. Or Trent gets distracted, Cassidy takes advantage, does the mousetrap with the win. Then Chuck, Sue, Statlander saw that it wasn't a fair match. It was like a sneaky ass win. They're like, you know what? Orange Cassidy is a piece of shit. Fuck that. And then
Because you notice he whispered something to her.
Yeah.
And she stopped.
Yeah, I think he whispered, I'll prove you why, like, or something of the matter of, I'm going to show you why I did this. Something of that. Had to be something like that, my opinion. Going off that. Okay. There was some
What's
releases.
up, Onyx Blade?
Hey, Onyx Blade, sexy ass. I hope you're having a good day. Check out his channel, Onyx Blade on YouTube. Let's talk about the releases by AEW. This time it's not WWE, which is a surprise this time. I know some names, and I'm not gonna say all the names because some of them are not important. I mean, the boys from Dalton Castle are gone, so I was kind of sad about that. Boudreaux is gone, which is a good asset, which they should have kept him just for retainer, but I get that. Dasha Fuentes, you're welcome, Onyx Blade. Dasha Fuentes, I'm not mad about that. And Stu Grayson. Again, that I'm kind of mad, but not really, because they had no potential from when he came back. And
Gravity was released too.
Who?
Gravity.
Oh, I only saw like a couple matches. It wasn't that bad. Wasn't that good either. You know.
I liked when Samoa Joe did the moonwalk away when he jumped off the top rope.
Yeah. Now with all these releases, and Boudreaux's crew as well. The guy with the hat and the wife.
Slim J. Slim J was released as well.
Yes, yeah, they let go of Stu Onyx. It was kind of sad because again, he's a great wrestler. He is a great wrestler. That's a two-part question. First part is, who do you think they're gonna release next? Because they kind of said they're gonna keep going. Yeah. It's just that there's always been those two. They kind of rebranded themselves as evil, but then they got relegated to ROH. So,
they're I don't know, man.
Yeah.
If the rest of the Dark Order was released, I wouldn't be surprised.
And I hope not, because they're the guys that have been there. Like I think that's kind of what, in my opinion, Tony Khan's like, I like these guys so much. They've been here since day one, but they're useless to me. So I'll put them in ROH to see if that works out the best of my ability. And it's sad because those three, they need a leader. They need someone to talk, to push them to be great. And there's no one that can do that in AEW for them. No one. Maybe Christian Cage, but that would be such a left field thing to do. I don't even know. Yeah, but no one watches ROH. There was like a badass, like 6-woman Japanese Yoshi match, and I didn't even know about that.
Wow.
Yeah. Go on, Joe.
Getting rid of the original people, I understand you don't want them to get rid of the original people, but if they're not but basically what Tony Khan's saying is if they're not being used, he wants them to be able to have freedom to do something else. He doesn't want to hold them hostage. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
Alex?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry about
that.
Okay. No, I get it.
He doesn't want to. Tony Khan said he doesn't want to hold these guys hostage. He wants them to be able to be free to do what they want to do.
Yeah. Stu Grayson hurt because he as a wrestler has so much potential. He could be comedic, he could be serious, he could be like dramatic. He can do those things when push comes to shove.
But reality is, what have they done with him?
Nothing. Yeah, you're right. Nothing at
Parker
all.
Boudreaux, what have they done with him? Slim J, all these guys that were released, they really weren't doing anything with them. They don't have Dark or Elevation anymore.
No, they don't, which is sad. I miss those days when Taz and Excalibur used to shoot the shit. That's fun.
They don't have the Dark and Elevation shows no more. All they have is Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. So they have 5 hours of TV a week. They have way too many big stars that need air, that are going to get airtime over the guys that were released.
Yeah.
Way too many belts, too. Way too many fucking belts. Yeah, Angelico's still there. His friend's
As far as
not.
I know. Serpentico's still
Jack
there too.
Evans. Jack Evans is still there too? Oh, nice for him.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Jack Evans is still there. I know Serpentico's still there though.
Yeah, Serpentico's still there. Serpentico's too sexy, badass to be.
Luther is there too, isn't he not?
We don't talk about Luther. All right. Jeff Jarrett's there too. Like, again, Tony Khan is gonna have to cut some things out because it's not working. Honestly, I mean, but let's digress to something sexy. Ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland had a talk, and it was a good talk. Now I'm not. I can't legally get the part that Samoa Joe says, even if I edit the voice. I just can't. But but do the magic of life. Let's see what Strickland has to say upon these matters.
Joe, understand this championship is bigger than the both of us. I understand the dangers of facing you for it. Everything about your title reign up to this point has truly been dangerous. You are the definition of a killer. But so am I. April 21st in St. Louis, Dynasty, I show you that I am every bit of that man. I grabbed the keys to the Dynasty and I turned AEW into whose house? Now run the fade on that, bitch. Oh, wait a second. You thought he trapped Joe with that right hand. Swerve with that chain wrapped around Joe's neck. My God, how about a headbutt? Oh, no. Now Joe has control of that chain. Swerve went too far. He's in trouble.
Man, that was the best part of that cutout.
You talking about the part?
Now, hold up. I'm not a monster. I'm not a monster. We're gonna see that fight in its entirety in a second.
Wait a second. The part that you cut out, is it the part where he said, "I'm going to beat you down so severely, it's going to leave you mentally scarred like you left Diddy's party too late"?
Yes, that part I could not put out because it got too popular and that gets me in trouble. I'm not gonna put that out.
No, he said like leaving a huh?
No, go on.
No, he said it was like you'll leave the party, you'll leave scarred like you leave from Diddy party.
He said, "I'm going to beat you." The quote is, "I'm going to beat you down so severely, it's going to leave you mentally scarred like you left Diddy's party too late."
Yeah. Strong. I knew it was something wrong that rain, goddamn it, but that's
I said it to y'all.
Yeah, it did. Now here's the part I like. This is Joe versus Strickland. Strickland for the last year has been making his brand, and I love that. And there's been no wrongs in the last year in for Strickland. Cowboy Boy, yeah, that's another thing. But we're not talking about Cowboy Boy. We're talking about Strickland. He's made a meme. He's made a dance. He's made a sensation. He's done all that. It was. Above all, and again, Samoa Joe just got off the hitch from Twisted Metal, doing a whole bunch of different things. He's healthy. He's having fun. He's the champion. He's the best time of his life right now. MJF just put out a tweet crapping on The Rock, so that's more cryptic and everything. We're not gonna talk about that right now. What are your thoughts on this match leading up to Joe and Strickland? Joe.
It's going to be good. I enjoy it. Do you have the video for the next part, or should I not talk about the next part?
Oh no, I have the fight, but let's just talk about the lead up to the fight.
The lead up's been fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Joe and Swerve Swerve's been doing Joe and Swerve have been doing some of their best work. Even though Samoa Joe is older, and he has done so much for the wrestling business, and he's still continuing to do for the wrestling business. And he's just one of those guys that's solid on the mic, in the ring. He's solid. And
Oh, of course.
to have him as a champion, even though, MJF had to lose the championship because of injury, Samoa Joe is one of those guys that should have the championship. He's one of those guys that should carry the championship until a newer guy comes along that they want to give a chance to, like maybe Swerve Strickland.
True. And again, D-Walk, your thoughts on the lead up to this?
I think it's dope. I mean, I think it's Swerve time to shine. I mean, this the second time they went back in a row. I think it's Swerve time. It's dope.
It is dope, and I like I said before, his rise to stardom has been natural, has been on his own. Joe's reign, yeah, okay, I like that unexplained. Joe's reign needs to last longer. However, Joe has a habit of only holding the belt for like 3 to 4 months anyway. So
he's had the belt since December.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like that's 3 to 4 months. What a surprise! That's his stick. I mean, he's a great baseball player, but after 4 months, you got to put him on the bench for 6 to 8 months so he can heal.
Well, they had to give the belt to somebody so MJF can get out and recoup, and his contract was up anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, it's crazy to see how WWE dropped the ball
on Joe.
Look on Swerve and Joe.
Swerve, I believe, didn't understand his potential until he came to AEW.
No.
Because he was good at NXT, but he was like, oh, yeah, wow, a stereotypical guy that's a gangster, da-da-da-da-da on NXT. Wow, what a surprise.
I felt he was being drowned out by Hit Row.
Yeah, exactly. He comes to AEW, he has Prince Nana, and again, the dance is his own little thing, but does not bury him.
And look,
it's awesome. Go on.
And look, none of the people from Hit Row have done shit.
Exactly. Except Swerve. And again, Swerve has been doing the work since 2013. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, look up Lucha Underground. The guy has been doing work. He wasn't that good in 2013 because he was still learning how to do the chops. But now he's in AEW. Now that he has basically creative control to say whatever the hell he wants, as long as he doesn't pass the line, he's doing work. And I like that Swerve. So
he had great feuds with Adam Page. The promos and stuff were real good.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like I believe D-Walk, and again, Onyx is right. Samoa Joe shouldn't take the belt off, but yeah, Swerve is his time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, number 2, which is a detailed description of what the hell happened.
Look at this. That Swerve is busted open. Those shots with the chain. Look at Joe just battering Swerve with that chain. Look at that. Joe. I love this shit. That's all you got? Then I'm taking your championship from you. Saving his own blood, man. I don't think you've ever seen that. Swerve Strickland. Samoa Joe. Look at this. Oh, boy. And then, oh my God, this Yoranaki's coming. Did you see the shock register on Samoa Joe's face? After Swerve Strickland absorbed all those shots in the chain by Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe.
Hey, no, you scum. When you kick a man in his nuts while he on his knees still. You scum.
Yep. That's
You
precision strike right there.
you are below dirt when you do that.
Yeah.
You
Now, this match is not a hardcore match. That's what makes the difference. This is not going to be a hardcore match. That's so. What are your predictions for at least this match? Not being a hardcore match of Swerve versus Samoa Joe. Joe.
They're gonna fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Hmm.
If Swerve does win, it's gonna be one of those quick, like subtle things where it's gonna be like all of a sudden it's gonna be like a quick like roll up or something, and it's gonna be a 1, 2, 3, and Samoa Joe's gonna be in shock when he loses the belt. Or Swerve will cheat to win and use the ropes or something.
I was thinking that too, but at the same time, they can go really scummy, and like Joe's like, you know what? I'm not gonna give him the chance to win, and he'll just take a chair out and hit him. Like, "Bak, I win by disqualification," which will piss off the crowd.
Which then, if they do that, Tony Khan can come out and be like, no, it's not going to end this way.
True.
And then he'll be like, what are you talking about? He'll be like, the match is no disqualification, no count out now. It's a no, anything goes.
True. There's also a factor we haven't said, which is Adam Page. And he did promise that no matter what, Swerve was never going to win the belt. So he can come out as well and say, you're going to win, and you were stronger than Joe. No, you're not going to win the belt. And then they can set up a triple threat. Joe, Page,
again?
Again?
It just did that shit.
I don't know. But like I said, Adam Page has said it. Like, he's never going to let Strickland let him win the belt. Then Strickland wins the belt, and it'll be Strickland Page. 4.
Again?
4. Yeah.
Adam Page doesn't need to be in the world title picture. He needs to be gone from the title picture.
And if they do that again, that'll be GAY.
Gay.
Needs to be. Page needs to be staying off of the fucking world title pictures. Keep him away.
But the moving on from this, I think Strickland should win. Just do a sneaky roll up. Have Prince Nana dance in the side. So like Joe's like, what the fuck? And then
or he hits him with Nux when the referee's blinded or something.
True.
And
again, he likes blood.
Sneaky Swerve, man.
That same chain Samoa Joe beat him with, he gonna have something that involved with it in the match.
Or he stabs him with the pen that he signed the contract with.
Yeah. True. That is true. All right. Moving on. Now, Edge, who's having a really good run. I didn't like the match he had with Cage. I'm gonna be honest. I did like the match leading up until the chicanery where everyone came out. That I didn't like that. That's another thing. I'm glad that he's the TNT champion. He's gonna put it on his back. Edge, every time he has a belt, he puts everything in it, 100%. So I'm glad that he has the belt because he'll put 100% in it. I am surprised that Matt Cardona, Mr. Toy Figure Man, came out of nowhere and had a match. Let's talk about that before we continue on. What was your thoughts on that? D-Walk, Matt Cardona making his appearance in AEW. Hopefully not coming back.
That was dope. Like, I mean, like, he everywhere. Why not? You know what I mean? Like, it made more sense. Former Edge head, it made sense.
Okay. Joe?
I thought it was great. That's actually Matt Cardona's like idol. Like, he idolized Edge. And the fact that he actually had a chance to face him for a championship, one-on-one, he said it was probably what Matt Cardona said, it was one of the best things that's ever happened in his life.
Yeah, I give him. I'm actually happy for him. So, before I show a bit of the talking that he was on the ring when he was in the ring, what type of dream matches would you like to see Adam Copeland fight in the next couple of months? At least let's say realistically he has the belt for 2 months, right? 2 months or 10 matches, because we all know that that's the curse of the TNT belt. You either have it for like 6 months or you have it for 10 matches. That's it. The Brody Lee curse. So He's already had 2 matches, or 1, I think. Let's say top 3 dream match people that you would like, who are in the indies right now, that you would like for him to fight. Because again, Tony Khan could just pick him out of a hat.
I got 3. I got 5 right off the top of my head.
Okay.
Let's go with Okada,
Okay.
Will Ospreay,
Okay.
and another one that I'm going to say is Adam Cole.
Okay. I can give you that. Right there. All right. This the D-Walk?
Goddamn, Joe took my first 2 answers, so I'm gonna be different to think of somebody else. I'm gonna say the Rain Man.
Okay, Okada. That's 1.
Oh, the Okada, yeah, he said Okada, Ospreay, and what's my man? What's the dude? The Young Bucks got?
Well,
Talking
Matt
about
Jackson.
Okada?
Ni Hao. I don't know who that is, so thank you, Ni Hao, the YouTube is a freaking pain.
The dude that beat up
Eddie Kingston?
ass.
That's Okada. That's Okada.
Okay, Okada, Ospreay, and I don't know. I can only think of 2.
Kenny Omega?
Maybe.
If he's healthy.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah. You think he ever come back?
If he gets healthy, yeah.
How old is he?
Omega? He's only in his 30s. Like early 30s.
He's 30s. He's early 30s, yeah.
Wow, yeah. I can see him coming back then.
Yeah. All
For
right.
sure.
My three are like, I do know that he's gonna fight Pentagon, and so I'm happy with that. I really want to see that match. Edge versus Pentagon. Let's go. That's 1. My dream match would be him against Phoenix, because Phoenix has a great match no matter what. He always has a great match, and he'll be high flying. And Edge is kind of like not a high flyer, so I would like to see how he would adapt to Phoenix. That's 1. 2, Eddie Kingston, but Eddie Kingston when he gets better, when he gets like more, he's still working with Claudio, he's still working with Bononi, he's actually getting healthier, so that's whatever. And 3, it's kind of weird, but I would like for him to fight either Speedball Mike Bailey or
that'd be good.
One of the people from the Gorillas of Destiny. Either one of them. Someone from Japan that's like really like, not Switchblade, none of those guys, like a person that's been like one of them. Who's Davy Jones's son? The British Bulldog son.
Oh, you're talking about Harry Smith.
Yeah, he's in the Indies.
Harry Smith would be good.
Yeah, that guy will be good.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts. Speaking on that, this is what Edge had to say.
Well, listen, there's been a lot of negative BS that has been spewed this week, right? There has. Screw that. I want to talk about positives. And if you're a fan of pro wrestling, man, it is a great time to be a fan of pro wrestling. There's a whole lot of positives right now. If you're sitting here, if you're watching at home, hell, if you can feel compelled to go on social media, even if it's just to complain about pro wrestling, you're a fan of pro wrestling. I am a fan of pro wrestling. I grew up, I watched W.W.F. No, that's not a reason to boo, man. You're missing the point on this. This is to celebrate all of it. I watched NWA. I watched Stampede wrestling out of Calgary. I watched Owen Hart start his career. Pretty damn cool. I watched BC All-Star Wrestling out of Vancouver. I watched International Wrestling out of Montreal, and I devoured it all because I love professional wrestling.
Shot fired.
Again, and I loved all the name calls that he did. I love that and everything else.
You know
So I
who
get
he's
rid of-
talking about?
No, go on.
He's talking about Punk.
Yeah, I know. Of course, he's talking about Punk without talking about Punk because Punk is a little bitch.
Damn.
No,
it is.
because because Punk is relevant
Of course now.
and he speaks the truth, and people don't like it, and that's the problem. And that's why Punk even said, he's like, I don't care if you like me or not. He's like, you could talk shit about me or make up your own scenarios or whatever. He's like, it's whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, I'm still making money. I'm still, doing my thing. It's not going to change how I live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's smart.
He is smart. Like I said, I'm happy that I'm just happy he called out all the names, and I'm happy that he has creative control to say what he wants to say and fight who he wants to fight. And that should be the way these veterans come in. Like, just let me fight 4 or 5 guys that I want to fight. Give people chances. Hey, they're not signed. I don't care. Like, give them the rub so you can show that we're actually trying to bring people in.
The biggest thing that he said that is so true that people need to understand. You got your WWE people that don't like AEW, and AEW people that don't like WWE people. It's wrestling. If you are a wrestling fan, you watch it all, you digest it all, you want to see it all because you want to see new people, you want to see people succeed, you want all the companies to succeed in retrospect, because the more all these companies succeed, the more that these wrestlers and these guys, the boys in the locker room, are going to have work, and they're going to have a place to go and a place to support their families and entertain the crowds. So you don't want these companies failing, because when these companies fail and there's only one big ticket in town, guess what? You're going to have an overinflated roster again, and there ain't going to be enough TV time for everybody. And then we run into the problem of the old guard running the show all over again.
Yeah. And that's the sad thing about this, because no one wants to say it, that history repeats itself. And
I agree with that still. I love wrestling. I love wrestling. I watch it all.
Yeah.
AAA, Japan, AEW, WWE, TNA, MLW, MCW. I watch indie shows around town. Like, I watch all that shit.
Yeah.
Because I love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to show up. You never know what's going to happen in that night. You might see, someone that you haven't seen in 10 years just show up at a show randomly that wasn't even supposed to be there. It's happened to me before. I was at a show and with Brandon, my friend Brandon, and Scott Hall and Kevin Nash weren't even supposed to be there. They showed up out of nowhere. They just walked in. And when they walked in, they got the mic.
As they should. As they should. But with that, I'm gonna get out of here, guys, and you guys can keep going for a little bit and talk about predictions of Dynasty. And ladies and gentlemen, remember Saturday, I don't know what time exactly, we'll figure it out. We're gonna have a live watch along with the Kayfabe Cartels, BX Jedi Sports Network, and the Misfit Nation.
Bring the popcorn.
Exactly. We're gonna have night 1, night 2, and we actually might pop up on the Raw watch along as well, just hanging out with the Misfit Nation, just talking about Raw as well.
Are they doing NXT? They're doing a stand and deliver watch along too.
They're doing one too. Then I hope my Mr. Co-host and the host of D-Walk NXT can pop up there and do that, because that's his show.
What time is it? What time do it
Saturday
start?
at 11 or 12, I think.
Well, I'll be at work.
In the morning.
Yeah, I'll be at work.
Well, we can't do it.
I'll see if I have time, and I'll pop in for you.
All right, bet.
There you go. It'll be you know what? I'll do a nice little multi-dimensional thing that we'll do NXT time with Joe Walk, and just do the same thing and everything else. Right? Just having fun. But before I go, I want to leave this little note that when you're doing a bit in the ring, get out of the fucking ring. Good night.
Trent, Why would you do that to Orange Cassidy, man? He's your best friend.
Wrong clip.
Bad. I had the clip. My bad. I had the clip of The Rock hitting the belt, using the belt and hitting the referee. I must have not uploaded that. While I leave, let's just see D-Walk dance again. Good night.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that.
Hey,
and we're back with P. Diddy from a disclosed location.
Hey, it's, on TikTok, it's at almost 5,000 views over one night.
It's all the people thinking that Diddy's in there. They're like, oh shit, Diddy's at the P.U.W.F.
Wow. Hey, P.U.W.F gonna be packed in next time, huh?
Bring the business.
A lot of business.
Are you bringing P.U.W.F to the watch along?
Yeah.
You better have a lot of money. There's going to be like 10 of us in there. You better be bringing enough.
Okay, I'll send it to y'all every other day after today.
If you overnight it now, I'll have it for the watch along. Overnight it for Friday, for Saturday. I'll have it on Saturday.
Uh-huh.
Spend that $30, big spender. Send me my P.U.W.F. I'll hold that shit up on the camera. I'll be like, hey, I got a P.U.W.F. Look at this.
And maybe we'll build one in your city.
I'm gonna go in that bitch and I'm gonna take that fucking falafel pita. I'm gonna take a bite. I'll be like, this is fucking horrible. Throw it on the floor and be filming while I do it.
Oh, you gonna get jumped and work. You gonna get jumped.
Who opened this fucking shit here? Where's Panera Bread?
You getting jumped.
Where's Panera Bread? I'm going to Panera Bread. Anyway, wrestling. It's been a good week for wrestling. Let's talk about WrestleMania. Did we already talk about that? Do you want to talk about that?
I don't know.
Do you have the card? Do you have the WrestleMania card?
I had it. Let me see.
That's past tense, man. That's past tense. Let's get this WrestleMania 40 card up. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. I'm on Bleacher Report right now. Dun, dun, dun.
I got it. Oh man.
Also, let's touch on this too, because we didn't talk about this before we get to this WrestleMania card. CM Punk's interview, 2 hours long with Ariel Helwani. He did talk about the Jack Perry incident, which Mr. Invisible Man Alex Burquito did not talk about. And pretty much Jungle Boy was being a little bitch backstage. And Tony Schiavone went to go get CM Punk to ask him to come help him stop because he's cussing everybody out and saying he's going to break the windshield on a rental car. Punk went and talked him down, and then the pay-per-view happened, and that what happened at the pay-per-view. And apparently Punk was choking out Jack, and Samoa Joe said stop. And Punk stopped, and he went back to his dressing room, to his locker room. And before he did, he told Tony Khan, "Fuck this stupid shit, I quit." So no, he was not fired with cause. He quit.
And he had 2 contracts. He was a wrestler and a consultant.
Yes. Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio spoke about it and said that he never liked Jack Perry, and said Jack Perry is a punk kid. And he, at a show, said hello to Jack Perry and, went to go shake his hand and stuff. And Jack Perry pretty much treated him like he was nobody. Bully Ray is one of the biggest tag team wrestlers in the world, like, and somebody who you should definitely be respecting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that too. And the other thing, the brawl out in London, and he couldn't talk about that because there's NDAs in place.
Yeah.
He did talk about not being picked up at the airport though.
Yeah.
He said he didn't care. He's like I drive the train and the bus all the time in Chicago.
Yeah.
He's like, I just got on the tube and off I went.
Yeah.
Good night, Alex Blade. Thank you for stopping by. You have a lovely evening.
But yeah, it's deeper than it is, bro.
It is, and pretty much like I said, everything I said about it is come to fruition. We've spoke about this, and I've said how I thought it all played out, and I was kind of right.
Yeah.
So, on to WrestleMania.
We got first match. Well, you know, Becky Lynch, she haven't re-signed her contract either, so it expired in 2 months. So we got
Neither is Seth Rollins. Neither is Seth Rollins.
Yeah. So we got match number 1. We got Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch for the women's championship. My money on Rhea Ripley. I mean, I don't see nobody beating Rhea Ripley until probably Jay.
I'm gonna go with Becky.
Why?
I'm gonna say she needs to prove herself again.
Why? She had every belt. She was the first 2-time. Why? She don't need to have no more belts.
That's like saying Charlotte Flair don't need the title back.
She don't. But what she do? She trying to beat her dad's record, or at least get there.
Yeah, she's trying to beat her fault.
They made her who she is, bro. She's supposed to be 16-time champion. So
no, she's going to be a 17-time champion. She's going to break dad's record.
Yeah, but Becky Lynch ain't got no reason to now. She won every belt. She ain't got no other accolades to do. What's the reason for her to have the belt again? It don't make no sense.
Because she draws tickets.
So is Nia Jax, so is Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, but so does Becky.
Yeah,
when Becky's on top, Becky's good.
Yeah, but she ain't selling as much as Rhea Ripley right now. Rhea Ripley killing it right now.
But to have the Judgment Day fall apart, you got to have those belts. You got to have all the belts go away.
She be good. She by herself.
Got to take the belts off, man.
Nah. Then you got match 2. We got for the IC title. We got Gunther versus Sami Zayn. We got
this can go 2 ways. This can be made into a triple threat match out of nowhere.
How?
Triple H comes out and says, or Adam Pearce comes out and says it's going to be a triple threat match.
How and why?
Gunther beat the shit out of Chad Gable on Raw.
Maybe. But I'd rather see Chad Gable versus Gunther. I mean, they just do completely sideline. So
unless Sami Zayn gets hurt and Chad Gable takes his spot and takes the belt, and then Sami turns heel.
Because didn't Sami Zayn already had an IC title?
Yes.
Yeah, so what was the reason? There's no reason. Like they should have gave it to Chad
Gable.
Gable.
But he hasn't had the IC title in a long time. Last time he had the IC title, he was in his Havana Cuba attire with the hat and the green jacket.
And how many titles have Chad Gable had? 0.
Tag titles. Twice.
Oh.
3 times if you count the NXT tag titles.
Oh, whatever, man. Let's different next match, man.
Remember, him and Jason Jordan were tag champions.
Yeah, then
Remember?
him and Otis. Yeah, then him and Otis.
Yep.
Yeah. You ain't gotta brag about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then next match, okay, this is what they saying. Next match, they supposed to be splitting the tag team titles. So one team go get in the other.
They're not gonna do that.
That's what they said. That's the word. That's the word. And they said Tyler Bate and P.U.W.F supposed to win one. And they said Miz and R-Truth supposed to win the other.
I heard something different. I heard that there might be a mystery tag team involved in the match. I heard that it might be the Motor City Machine Guns.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it till I see it.
I was going to say that.
I don't
But
believe
then
it.
again, nobody believed it. Nobody believed it the year the Hardys came back, and I said that they would be, and then they won the tag belts on their first night back at WrestleMania.
And ain't nobody think Roman Reigns gonna have it built this long either.
No. It's not that we didn't think he was going to have the belt this long. Nobody wanted him to have the belt this long. Correct? You there? What happened? Your microphone died?
No,
You're still there. I was going to say, you're still there blinking.
I wasn't blinking.
Yeah, you were. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic Mysterio and Santos Escobar.
Why? No match for no reason. Make it have a reason. This is WrestleMania. Make the match.
It's WrestleMania. They gotta fit everybody in. It's WrestleMania.
No, but still, they could have had a build up with each and every one of them. WrestleMania is supposed to be in all WrestleMania had every match had a stone. They had a storyline.
Yeah, but now it's two nights, so now they got to make up space.
They're doing a crappy job about it.
I'm gonna go with Dominic and Santos.
Yeah, so what if Carlito turned heel?
No.
Mm-hmm.
It won't happen.
Mm-hmm. We'll see. We'll see.
What about Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso?
Jey Uso. It got to be point. It'd be pointless if Jimmy won.
What about Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi versus Damage Control?
Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Bayley, because it's Jay's first pay-per-view. They're not gonna let her lose.
And then the main event of night one is going to be Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns.
We already know that set up. Rock and Roman, the final boss. What you think?
Final boss and Roman. Final boss pins Cody.
Yeah, man, that'd be crazy. The Rock inches, I can't still believe how crazy it is, though. That inches are like on some like Thanos, Black Adam.
Wait till you see that shit at WrestleMania.
It's gonna be crazy. I bet you.
Watch. He might come out in the Black Adam suit.
That still would be dope. That'd be dope.
Bro, imagine the lightning like hits him and you see lightning on the stage.
Bro, that'd be dope. I mean, his Titantron dope too. How he got him, and then they got the final, and then they got the final boss. That's crazy. Then how the lightning go? Man, they did their thing on The Rock. Did his thing on this one.
All right, so that was night one. Night two. World Heavyweight Championship match: Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
I gotta say Drew.
I'm going Drew.
I gotta say Drew. And Damian Priest will try to cash in and he'll fail.
I would find it funny if Damian Priest cashed in and took it from Drew right after he won it, pissing him off more than anything.
You said, hold on, say that again. You said what?
Damian Priest cashes in and beats Drew, and it pisses Drew off because he had just won the belt in front of a live crowd, and then loses it right away.
No, John Cena be pissed about that one.
Why?
Remember, he tried to cash in and didn't win.
It's because it's Cena. What about LA Knight and AJ Styles?
LA Knight.
I agree. Triple threat U.S. title match: Logan Paul versus KO versus Randy Orton.
They might as well keep the belt on
Paul.
They might have to keep the belt on.
Yeah, but who's he gonna lose it to?
Huh? He's not gonna lose it. He's not gonna lose it. Logan Paul not gonna lose.
He needs to lose to somebody.
Not them. Not them. Not that type of way. Both of them had no reason to get the belts. I mean, they need to let somebody else do it. Where Ricochet at, man? Give it to Ricochet, man. Let Ricochet give a shot. Come on.
All right. Philadelphia Street Fight: Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament.
I thought you was about to say the Brooklyn Brawler. I said, well, that's one of them Brooklyn Brawler matches. I gotta go on my road.
If you want to consider Bobby Lashley the Brooklyn Brawler, that's on you.
Hey, that's a compliment. Sort of. Minus sometime.
I mean, they are jobbing like that. I mean, it's
at least one was champion. Don't disrespect my man Bobby Lashley. Put some respect on his name.
You should tell WWE that because they ain't letting them fools get beat down every week.
Man, like lunch money.
They get their asses beat every week.
They like a pimp. They getting treated like a.
Yeah, but look who they going against: Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain, bro. Come on, Authors of Pain eat Street Profits alive.
Okay, so look, yeah, exactly. So you remember when Bobby Lashley was beating down their asses, and Street Profits tried to interfere, and they got their ass whooped, and they jumped Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley needs to be smacking Street Profits, man. They need to. He needs to make them get their weight up or something, creatine or something.
He should go get OTM. They're at least bigger than the Profits.
Yeah, that's what should happen. Like, and they should walk up to Bobby Lashley like, we could do better than they can. That'll help them out too. And then they'll beat up Reggie. Then Bobby Lashley beat up Reggie. Bro, that'd be dope. They need to go ahead and do that. Or they get hurt, or Street Profits get hurt.
Put Street Profits with scripts.
Huh?
Put the Street Profits with scripts.
That's disrespectful. Scripts should be automatically already out of here.
The scripted Profits.
No, that's disrespectful. Quit that. Don't you do that no more. That'd be so disrespectful. He should be out of here. But
Women's Championship, I'm going to go with the Final Testament. Women's Championship match: Bayley versus Io Sky.
I gotta say Bayley.
I agree, Bayley. And the final match of the WrestleMania weekend: the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns.
You know who I'm going for?
Cody.
Yeah. Hey, he said he wanted to bring back the old school American Eagle belt.
Yes, he did. He said that at the press conference today at WWE World.
Hey, that'd be dope. He bring that back. That'd be dope.
I heard they already got a new design for it and everything. They're bringing it back.
So they bring the one back when you remember when Stone Cold first got his first title belt and he switched it over.
The one Hulk Hogan used to carry, and Brett.
Yeah, the Eagle.
Yep.
Yeah, not the one the new one Stone Cold had.
No, the one Shawn Michaels had, Bret had, Hogan had.
Hey, that'd be dope. That fit him like that fit him too.
Of course, the American Nightmare. Yeah.
American Eagle, that fit.
So that is our WrestleMania predictions for this weekend. Dynasty, I mean, we could talk about it, but I rather wait because they're still building the card up. They only have like 5 or 6 matches booked for right now, and there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah, we could wait.
We got to wait a few more weeks because that's not until the 21st of April.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, the matches that are signed are Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay.
Yeah, we could wait.
Swerve versus Samoa Joe for the world title. I think that's.
Yeah, we could wait.
Yeah, I don't know what other matches are going to be signed right yet, but those two, I know those two are signed for sure.
Yeah, we could wait. Yeah, we could wait. Well, I guess that's it, right, partner?
That's it, man.
That
Everybody who's following, like, follow, subscribe, and don't forget to tune in Saturday and Sunday. We are doing a massive collaboration with the Misfit KFAB Cartel, Misfit Nation, and BX Sports Jedi Network for WrestleMania. I know that they're going to be doing an NXT Stand and Deliver watch along as well. They're going to be doing a SmackDown watch along tomorrow night and a Raw watch along on Monday. And then the massive 3-part, 3-podcast collaboration will start for WrestleMania on night 1 and continue for WrestleMania night 2. So if y'all want to come stop by, hang out, and let's do this. Let's watch wrestling. Let's enjoy wrestling.
Yeah. Bring the popcorn, candy, beer, liquor, weed, whatever you do, come chill with us.
Try, come hang out. We're gonna talk shit, watch wrestling, enjoy what we're gonna be watching on Saturday and Sunday. But definitely stop by, talk, hang out, chat, and let us know what you think about WrestleMania. Yeah. But until then, I'm Joe BNCO, and this guy over here, that's D-Walk. Don't forget Wednesdays NXT time with this guy, D-Walk.
Hakatash.
All right, and catch the P.U.W.F every week. Until next time, everybody. Peace.
We made it here without no cosigns, just hard work and dope ride.